Folks, welcome to the Working Class Podcast. We're sponsored by your one and only
Our King's competition page, the best competition page in the whole country. You have more of a chance to win this competition page than any other competition page. This is strictly based in the north and south of Ireland. You can get houses, cars,
Lambos,
holidays,
Ferraris,
you name it, you can get it. Classic cars that you can't get nowhere else.
30p.
29p for a house. That is a bargain.
Fucking right it is.
So big shout out to Mark and all the boys at Our Kings. And we want to shout out our second sponsor,
Boutique Infinity Tan and Salon at the top of the White Rock Road. I've got you say
I wanted Dan to say that one because I always say that one, so it's good to switch it
it's
up.
a tongue twister. I always get caught out.
It's good
Well,
to
let's
switch
enjoy
it
the
up.
podcast. And we'll have on Gemma here. It's a great story to tell, great podcast. So I hope you enjoy.
Getting on with, do you know what I mean?
Well,
Sometimes
listen, you've a hard time in your life, so I think you're well within your right to talk about it. Like
Exactly, it is my
Especially
life.
because of the
at the end
changes
of
that
the
you've
day, I'm sure some people probably think, oh, here she goes talking about this again. But at the end of the day, it's always going to be a part of my story. Do you know what I mean? It's my
100%.
life. It's always going to be a part of my life. And then every time I do something different or I want to do something different,
You look back into the
sort of-
turning point of your life.
see a wee bit, honestly, and I went all the way too. I actually feel like it's not even me we're talking about anymore. I actually feel like I have to really try and
think
about it.
It's an
It
odd
feels
person.
like it's because
You've
my
grown.
life has changed so much.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
the
feel like
old
me.
version of you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Really, I see. Whenever honestly, I had to really think about things like coming here today because it does feel surreal. It doesn't feel like it's me.
You're looking back at all these things. It can be not like daunting, but you're going fuck. That's
It
because
actually,
you've changed that much now. It's like
my goal was always to my business used to be called Make Up Your Life because I was so massively into like the power of like the law of attraction and all that there,
Yeah.
positivity, all that. So I was going to be like making up my life all over like the way I did on Facebook and everything. # Make Up Your Life. So see if you look that up, you'll see my journey the whole way along.
from the start.
From the start,
now.
and then eventually like I ended up having like a bit of a breakdown, and then the business was a side point of it all. So whenever I had the breakdown, I was like, right, that's it, I've made up my life now, and changed it all around. And I was like, that's when I called Belfast Browse, and because I used my head then, I was like, right, alphabetically Belfast
BB,
Browse,
it
yeah,
has a
Browse
wee
in
ring to
Belfast.
it.
If somebody Googles Browse in Belfast, I'm probably going to come up first.
It'll stick in.
And whenever I said this to my partner, and here he is, did you fucking get there?
Yeah,
Getting your
And
tactics
I was
away,
like,
yeah, sure, yeah.
certainly I did. Do you know what I mean? Well, I don't care. I'm established now anyway.
Yeah.
I know,
So
maybe we should change the end of Belfast Podcast.
Belfast
Maybe we'll get more views.
Oh well, I think
That
we're
work?
already getting.
no, I think
we're
what
getting
you've
alright
got
views.
is going is the
Our
best
views
way.
are
Like,
doing alright.
it's just
Obviously, all
perfect,
people.
I was saying I going to call this podcast Belfast Finest
right?
and just get all of Belfast finest rockets and mad
What you're
bastards
doing
race.
already
But-
anyway.
But when you do that, you're sort of categorizing it to Belfast, and
You're limited.
Aye,
can't
that's
really
true. That's
expand,
true. Yeah.
where you're eventually going to run out of characters in Belfast. Well, you maybe not. There
Don't
is
know
some
about
out there.
that.
But I
It's a
mean,
big place.
I
Yeah.
think Belfast, all the ones that I wanted on, got on, but I'm glad we didn't call it that because then what a
No, I
You would've
think
felt
it's
stupid
absolutely
asking someone
perfect.
from
I think the
Dublin.
name is perfect.
Plus, we're branching out. We're going global. We're going to the UK. We're going down south. We're going everywhere. So
That's
it's not
it. And
just
then
in
see the ones that
Belfast.
users are asking on, they're going to ask you back on theirs too. And then it's a wee bit of like vice versa, get you out with our audience and then pushes it even more.
Yeah, there's been podcasters or people that said to us like they would be offered coming on as a guest, but if we come to them, kind of thing, but
Aye.
they might be over in England or whatever. But if we just get up and go and do it,
But see,
we make
eventually,
it
see,
happen.
once you get your business going, you'll be able to put all that through your business and you won't mind doing it.
Yeah,
It's different at the minute when you're only getting started and you're paying it out of your own
yeah.
pockets. Like,
This
do you
is
know
the
what I mean?
stage
Paying-
where we're at now.
But
yeah.
eventually it will happen for you, and then you're going to be like happy days. That's a wee business trip. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We're talking it
Let's
into
go.
existence here
Yes,
too. You
we're
know
making
what
it
I mean?
happen.
That's it. Love attracts. And I read that book. It was brilliant. I remember one day.
What one do you read?
The first one or the secret? Is
The
it
Secret. That's amazing.
aye.
Yeah.
My ma gave me a shout out to my wee ma. I was going through a wee bit of a tough time after I left school and all. Didn't know what to be at. The head was melted. I was going, fuck this. Bad attitude on life,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And then once I read that, I was like, fuck.
See how
man.
many people that I have bought that book for and give that book for. And then I found another wee trick of how to make it happen quicker. And I made these like dream jars. And then you want to see the many people that I've
Get the
got
dream
these
jars.
What's
dreams.
a dream jar?
What do you hear? So I was going to go and make a dream jar. Basically, like the way the law of attraction is meant to work is you basically write something down and then you put it out to the universe and you don't think about it no more and it comes to you. So the easiest way I thought about doing it was just writing it down, putting it in a dream jar, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So I stopped. Me and Glenn says, well, we'll go and get these dream jars, and we walked into like Home Bargains or one of them places, and there was dream jars already made sitting on the Do you know what I mean? Sitting on the shelf.
Aye.
And there were crackers. People's all still got them. They're like wee gold ornaments with wee cork and all on them. And it says like
What
dream.
the
Oh,
one?
it says all these like wee mad quotes.
Could you put in more than one dream in the jar? Is
Don't
this
make
the
me
thing?
laugh because when
Aye.
you hear, so see years later, my mate, this is not even that long ago, right? So I bought them for so many people for years, right? Whenever they were going through a shitty time. And my mate rung me and she says, Gemma, see once your dream jar's filled up, like, do you have to empty it out? And I was sure, and here's me, you're asking me for all the T's and the C's of the dream jar.
Because you're thinking about it, you're like, how many dreams am I allowed here?
I know.
You're putting a limit on it yourself.
But remember,
anyway.
it's
It should
abundant.
be
You can have as
infinite.
many as you want. Do you know what I
100%.
mean? That's
Just get an hour jar.
yeah, just keep
fill
stuffing them in.
There's people, like an hour kind of thing people do is to write down, say whatever they want, and then they put it on
A
the wall.
vision board,
And
sort
then
of.
you see it every day when you get
Yeah.
up kind of thing. Do you ever see
But it's
your man
true.
Jim Carrey, the story?
Yes, with the
Did you ever hear about him?
£50,000 check in
You
his
sound, you
pocket.
sound like Tom Smith.
Tom Smith, listen, you come and see Liambo. I can teach you a few things, big man. I know
The
you're all about
storm.
the business, but I am the real storm. Trust
I
me.
get up at 10 and run through 2 brick walls.
100%.
Like, I've never thought about stuff like that working, but apparently it does. I see
It
McConnell
does.
McGregor talking about
It
that.
works.
It
And,
does.
It works.
Maybe I should start
Writing
investing
what
in the
you
universe
want.
more. I don't like writing. I like have good energy. I'll put it out into one. Hopefully, get. some
See,
good
when you
energy.
write
But
something
when you
down,
write-
right? When you write something down, you're putting the intention down. You've written this, so
This is another
you're putting
thing
it out there. And
with you, with your raps, right? Have
Yeah.
you ever read anything that's came true?
there's loads of stuff.
Yes.
And see another thing. What I remember, I went to a big talk. My neighbour Kieran May, he does his own podcast, Natural Resilience. Shout out to him. He done a big talk in the Odyssey a couple of years ago, and he was like, write down your intentions. There was about 300 people in the room, and we're all doing this big breathing
Love it, fair
exercise
play.
with each other.
You're right
and
into
we were
it
all
all too,
writing,
aren't you, like?
writing down the intentions, and I was seeing stuff in my head. And what I wrote there, and before I had ever even put out a rap on any social media, I says, I want to be able to put out on the piece of paper, I wrote, want to be able to put out my own rap, and it was like a 90-day challenge, so it still has to happen within 90 days. I says, I want to have my own rap and my own platform, and I want to be able to inspire the younger generation. And then within a couple
Boom.
months later, Enjoy
You're
Stout is
actually
on
happening. It's
YouTube.
happening.
And it was all, I'm getting asked to do shows, blah blah blah, and it's getting even bigger and better for me. It's no, I actually need to sit down and write something
More?
again.
Yes,
'cause
a
this
bigger
has been
dream.
a while ago, and I
This is
haven't get back
it
to it.
because sometimes your dreams happen and you don't even realize, and then you haven't like sort of like looked towards the next thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you definitely do. I just got a wee flashback there of me in Ibiza playing your tune to the wee lads from like down the country.
playing a wee rap.
There's a male lad.
Legend.
That's right.
Yeah, it was actually. But also like another thing too. Years and years ago, I wrote wee like poems.
That's
Yeah.
the one.
I'll tell you them all. So well, they all came true. Well, the last one hasn't came true, but the last one's really.
There's
fuck-
still time for it to
the
come
last
true.
one's really big, like so it is. But I'll tell you them from the start, right? It goes, there is a wee story that needs to be told while we're all young and they're all old. They hit us with their rules and slang because we won't be in their gang. See, we've got something they ain't got besides a gun or baseball bat. We've got our mates who we all love. It's like a blessing from above. We like to drink and take the piss. We like to laugh. We like to kiss. We love to party. We love to fly. We love to smoke. We love to cry. We love to party. It's just our thing. Don't give a fuck about the bling. Don't really care about the rules. It's a load of shit from all them fools. The war has gone and we're all fine, but they think that's a fucking crime. Now that's the story I needed to tell. I think I told it rather well. Now pass it to another friend and bring this shit all to an end.
That's great.
That's fucking
Yeah,
loose.
you're the only crap or slice.
Now,
Did you
do
write that?
I wrote this.
You-
What do you hear?
you get her on
I
track,
wrote
you
this whenever I was like
100%.
15.
That's
I've got
class.
better ones. I was only young when I
You
wrote
get
that.
half these Belfast rappers who run for your money too.
Yeah. I know that's why I have so much appreciation for what you are doing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I appreciate the art of it. Like
Poetry's where it all stems from. Where
exactly,
it all
it
starts from.
is.
See, poetry started in this country. See, this land of Ireland. Irish people were the first ever poets in the world, and that's a fact. See, if you Google it, I know if you Google something, all different stuff tells you, but Irish people were the first poets spread it all over
Isn't
the
rap
world.
mean? Is it rhyme and poetry? That's not what rap
And
means. Sorry.
see, Ireland's most famous ever poet, Seamus Heaney. Know who his favorite? Know who he said his favorite poet was of all time? Eminem.
Was that right?
You.
Seamus Heaney, Ireland's most famous poet, says Eminem, is his
a
favorite
lyrical
poet.
genius. Like,
100%.
Here, how long have you had your business, Gemma?
Well, basically straight after I got shot, I started
Uh-huh.
working straight away.
Did you?
Yeah, straight away. So my mate, again, this is back to this universe stuff. So my mate had bought me a wee diary for that Christmas, and it said, becoming the ruler of my universe. So I got shot in 2013, and this was like, obviously the Christmas that year. And then I got it in Christmas, and by the April, I was using it to take bookings for makeups. because I always
Same,
wanted to do an eyebrow course but couldn't afford it.
Before you get chat, did you no interest in doing eyebrows?
No, I did. I always wanted to do eyebrows, but I couldn't afford to do the course. So just before I got chat, I could only afford to do the makeup course,
Yeah.
and it was like £500. So then I done the makeup course, and then so whenever straight after that, I remember one day like I just done my makeup and stuck up a picture on Facebook, which was even hard to do considering what had just happened.
Yeah.
And of course I got slayed for it, but then they all copied me anyway.
Yeah.
So that didn't matter. But I done the makeup for a bit and saved more money, and then went and done the HD brow course, and then started the brows, and then done the microblading course, and then the feather brows, and it just like
Like a wee
escalated. So it's
domino
been,
effect.
yeah, you've had to build on it. Like it's took me years and years to build it up.
Yeah.
Do you do courses?
Yeah.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, now I teach courses as well. I'm actually now a full trainer as well.
One thing I'll say is usually when you do something and people all slag you at the start, they always
Well,
end up
I've
copying
noticed
you at
this.
the end. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
every one of them, they're all taking the piss out of me and all, oh, because look at her, look at she's doing, her who got shot. But then the next
And then
thing
they all
they were
follow
all,
in the footsteps.
Everything is on the
they
the
all
other
followed me and they all copied me, but it's like,
See anything you want to start, it's cringy at the start. And
Of
then,
course.
And then once it works, it's not cringy anymore.
oh,
Everything's
I know,
on the
then
other
it's
side
cool, and
cringy.
then they ask you how to
They
do
even
it.
started a
Oh, wow,
podcast, like,
100%.
and then not one person would say it. See him rapping, see him no matter if once you do it, and after a while and it starts working, people go, "Oh,
How did you do it?
The same
How'd
people
you
that
do that?
slagged you are going, here, I was actually alright there. Fuck, you're a fair play to you.
That's it.
I can remember. I know, like I can still remember people like putting all laughing faces on it, and then I had to follow our page. And I can remember the names. I know.
I know, it's hard to forget because whenever
Thank
people
yous
try to make a cunt out of you,
for all the support
But
from
here,
day
so
one.
see, going back we shot in 2013.
2013.
13. We were
Number
what,
13, unlucky for some, don't they say?
well, at least you weren't 13.
I know.
Well, buddy, fucking, you had to be a horrible bastard to shoot a 13-year-old.
Oh,
Like,
I'm
Well, frig, I was
sure
only
ones have
friggin'
been.
23. Fucking
Is that what age you were?
Yeah, I've just turned 24, sorry.
how many times did they shoot you?
9 times.
9.
Mhm.
Where?
So 5 times in this leg, twice in this arm, or so. See,
Oh, I see a scar.
See, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
50 cent a shot 9 times.
I know, I'm 50 pence.
I'm sure you've heard them all.
The wee rapper.
Oh,
Only
aye.
joking.
brilliant.
Yeah, then once in this leg and once in the stomach. Ah, shit. I have to get you them x-rays or in the car.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
See, when it happened,
Yeah.
like, obviously, it might sound stupid, but like, was it sore? Like, did you feel it? Like, there's
It
no way
was
people
more,
go, I didn't
it
feel it at
sounds
the
really
time.
strange, but it's like a burning, but it's a smell more so at the same time because it's like my leg just swole like fuck. And see, to be honest, like the very last one, see if they hadn't done that last one, I would have probably been up and walking within a day or two. So it was probably just as well because I'd have been a cocky wee fucker still then with just
Aye.
a mouth on me,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? I was angry at the world and just running about thinking I was a big girl anyway. That was true too, like.
So see, on this side of the wall, see when people get shot, they know they're going to get shot. Does that the same over?
Well, no one ever approached me in the like community at all.
Did you not know?
No, only the police. The police they approached me and they gave me a wee booklet with
Saying,
like
"Ah,
writing
you're
in
a
the
death-
back of
it's a
it.
death threat, basically."
Basically, yeah. Well, loyalist paramilitaries would like to talk to you, but none of them get to talk to me. Like,
I can't talk.
Talk in a different
Do you
way.
know what? Do you know what kind of gun or anything it was?
yeah, it was a 9mm.
It was an AMO.
Mhm.
The 9mm.
See when like the first bullet goes, was it your leg or was your arm?
Yeah, the first one was right in my kneecap and it went right up into my groin. So it did.
And would they try to kill you?
Well, we're trying to hug her, like.
No, but I mean, you can kneecap someone. I know
You know
people
me.
get shot all the time.
I will-
and just I don't know.
So
all
what
the
it
time, but
looked
I do know
like-
loads of people
What
get
it looked
shot.
like to me was that
don't
he
not get
held the
shot
gun
at all.
properly, like, and he kneecapped me properly, and then it was like as if he handed the gun to his mate who shit himself in my eyes. And if you look at me the way it went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like right up beside of me. So it was as if he lost control of the gun.
Oh, and it's went.
And then they couldn't really see how many times it shot me as well because it was dark. And I wasn't going like, or none of that there. Do you know what I mean? It just got to the point whenever I was like, right, that's a fuck enough.
Was it in your? Was it
because-
outside or was it inside?
I was just, if you imagine, I was in the car. And I like turned around to the side because they
Were
couldn't
you
get
in a
me.
car?
I was just
Alex,
sitting
I
in the
thought you were in an
car.
alley.
No, I was in the car.
Seriously?
Just sitting in the car. And
They must have tried to kill you. Surely you couldn't. You couldn't.
this is the whole thing. Like
You
they could
couldn't-
probably try and make it look like they didn't try to kill me. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
one
you
of them
can say it
ones.
both
'cause-
sides,
or they
both
could have just
ways.
shot me in the head. if they wanted to kill me. Or do you know what I mean? And to be honest, I don't even think they knew they got me in that one in the stomach because of the way I was sitting. If you look at that like that.
I'm sure after your head must have been lit going like, what the fuck? Like, do you know,
yeah,
like,
do you want me to
questioning
tell you the
everything?
really crazy part, see, because of the stress of everything happening beforehand, because I was hearing all this word in the street, you know what it's like.
Yeah.
So that was really stressful.
And bad news spreads quicker and good
Oh,
news.
aye,
People
so
have
that
to
was
carry
really stressful.
scales and
So the
all.
weirdest thing was, as soon as it was over, see the relief. Because I was like, right, this is over now. Because I knew so many people who's been shot. Like, once you've been shot, that's it over and done with. Usually, you know what I mean? Just get on with your life. So I was just holding my arm over my stomach and like just going, just think positive, literally. And it was really strange. But somebody asked me like one time years later, did you think you were going to die? And I was like, nah. Not for one split second.
You trust?
I just was like,
Never
just
seen the
think
wee
positive,
tunnel or
just think
anything that
positive.
people say, no, you see
Well,
the
I've
relief?
seen that wee tunnel, but it was on a whole different experience.
Oh, aye, not that
See,
one.
I know
No.
people who's been shot, but what they would do is they know they're going to get shot if they meet.
Aye, they
a certain
actually walk
time,
down to get
and
that.
they literally would just take a load of
Well, I
buds or
wouldn't do that.
bialas, and they'll go down off her head.
Well, I'd heard
and
all-
just get shot.
I'd heard all
And
that.
it's like fucking nuts. It's not.
smart.
Well, I've heard loads of
It's
people
one way
too.
to deal with
So
it. Like,
obviously, the way they always tell me the story, what my mates, so-called mates, would have told me was they got shot and then they straight away talked about their pain relief. So obviously, like, and I'm thinking, right, just get into this ambulance and get this
get the
pain
morphine
relief.
in here or something. Aye.
So like I get into the ambulance and the wee man actually said in a statement that he'd never seen somebody so calm. And I was like, tell him, can I have that pain relief now? And he was like, he looked at me and I was like, what? And he says, you don't get it till you get to the hospital. I went, you're fucking joking. And I was like,
Oh.
nobody told me I smart. So then he was like, but it's only going to be 2 minutes. You're going to be here in no time, you know.
Oh, it's to stop you freaking out.
Do you think maybe because you were a girl they shot you more? I've never heard of a fella getting shot 9 times.
I know.
It's usually like 2 in the ankles.
The way you've explained it, I think is perfect. Like the other person must have shit themselves while they were doing it. I feel like that
I
would
know,
make
that's
the
going
most
to be a wee
sense.
ego then.
Did they have balaclavas on?
Yeah.
Many was there 2?
Think so, but there could have been more, do you know what I mean? Because it's like a bit of a blur.
And it was years ago too. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. But here, this is another thing too. So they're starting to all squeal on each other now. And they're to see the power of social media. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're sending around all these wee WhatsApps with their faces on like rats' bodies and they're squealing like, oh, this one shot.
Such
Well,
and such.
He done all this and then at the end of it it says, and he shot a female. And like I'm probably one of the there was only I think there was maybe one after me. Like remember that girl that time? I think she jumped in front of her son or something. Remember there was something like that.
I heard about that.
But I was like the first girl in like 20 years, so
You're, but
we
you're
know
putting
they're
2 and
talking
2
about me
together, you
anyway.
know, and
They're busting just squeal on themselves, no, like because I won't do it.
The best thing you could have done, but is to do what you done. Go on, just
I know. I already knew that
go
anyway.
and
I already
fucking
knew.
make something of yourself. Like
Fair
actually
play
go
to
on.
And
you.
that was the thing too. So see, for a long, long time, like it was just ego was driving me, and I didn't even know it. But it was just I'll prove you wrong,
Yeah.
and I was pretending to do better than what I was even doing, and all just like because I knew they were watching, just to annoy them, and but then it was stealing from my joy. Do you know what I mean? And that's whenever I finally ended up having that meltdown, and after that, then that didn't matter no more. It was just like something just clicked. And it was like something that ways for a couple of weeks. It must have been just all the like pent up fucking emotions.
Anxiety,
All
or
just
whatever.
like, do you know what it actually when it happened from? Sorry, whenever they killed that fella in Uncle, I sort of like that snowballed me because I got a phone call and the way somebody sort of triggered me.
So I am unfamiliar with that.
We Colin Ogle, I seen you doing the thing with
Colin
he's
Ogle,
done-
I know.
So
aye.
they killed his daddy, you know.
Oh, serious?
So they did,
Fuck.
aye, yeah. So then I got a phone call and it triggered something in me. And I was trying to keep it down. No, it was PTSD. This is how it works. So you
Yeah.
get like a wee trigger and then it just, if you don't deal with it, it'll just snowball and snowball. And then it can turn
100%.
into like an episode of like
You put
psychosis
everything
nearly. You're
down
just
here,
like,
but it
but
has
this
to
was
come out.
like basically probably the first time, Jordan, that I'd ever really done that, was it? Or I'd had obviously weird ones where I got paranoid and stuff like that, but this was like another gravy, yeah. So it was just like a real nut job for a couple of weeks and get rid of my phone and all and wasn't going back to work and I just
hate-
lost the
I
plan.
feel like see the periods where you go without the phone, they're the best.
Do you know how
periods of
long
your
I went
life,
without a phone
swear to
for?
God.
A year.
Here,
I hit my phone with a hammer and fucked it away.
I can't go 2
I
minutes. without my
tell you
phone.
Well,
something.
I'm really addicted to mine now, but I think I wanted to prove that I could.
That you couldn't.
Aye.
I tell you God's honest truth on my wee sister's life right now. I done the exact same thing before I got this phone. I went without a phone for a full year. And I
How
had
weird
2
is that?
books.
Like, I
I swear
know.
to God, ass kicked. I had 2 books and I filled the 2 books up with rhymes and I went, I'm just going to write
That's
all
brilliant.
sorts and write all sorts. See the moment I got this phone, just turned into a zombie again. Just
You
stretch.
basically
You
don't
do,
have a
but
phone too,
you
but
do.
'cause every fucking the taxi, you don't get a fucking tax back.
I know. I hate it. That's why I hate it. To be sitting there and I just don't even go on.
It's because he's stoned.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
know,
stoners do.
See, man, people will be like,
They
fuck
go to
me.
text back and then they just forget. It's like, and then they look halfway through the message an hour
And
later.
you thought you texted them back,
Aye.
and then you're like,
Because
oh,
mentally you
sweet.
text back.
Oh, see, people text me, oh, your priorities. No, you fucking, you take it.
You forget yourself now because you're a big shot.
Honestly, like, I'm just a chill guy. I'm only up.
I
Oh,
know.
I'm an early
He's-
riser.
he's relentless.
He's
this
on
man.
the ball,
Get
but
about
to get
2
things
hours.
going, isn't he?
100%.
But I like it. I like to see
That's
the
why
drive.
we're a good team, because he helps me hit me about up the hole and go and do stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, but you're going to bring different parts of what it needs. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
I would
Doing a
bring,
good job,
bring
boy, and
different
behind the
things to the
scenes doing all the
table.
work.
No, he does. He does a lot. See as well. We need to say there's a fella. We were at the AVA on Saturday,
Right.
and there's a fella works on the bar in the AVA. I'm not going to rat him out because we wouldn't do that. He watched the
That's for you.
podcast every week, but let's just say me and Slice had a cheap night. Double faggots galore, 6 at a time. So you are.
Well, do you know what? This
you're a
is the other
gentleman,
part
mate.
that's going to come to you soon too, because I know a wee girl who's on TikTok and she came and got her lips done with me last week, and I've known her for years, but the way that things work for her at the minute, she's not necessarily making money off it, but she gets everything free.
Yeah.
Like anything she needs for her house, laptops, friggin'
whole works.
everything, clothes. She doesn't pay for nothing.
Yeah.
So you need to get your mentality different. Like maybe I should just be getting the freebies.
100%.
And do you know what? See, if you don't need them, then sell them.
Yeah.
And then make money that way too. Do you know
You
what I
have
mean?
to capitalize on these things now, and it's
I actually made money already on TikTok the other night.
good
Did you?
feeling.
And well, I mean, I was just delighted that it actually made money, because I'm going to try and lean into it too a wee bit. And
That's
just
what
a wee
I'm
bit of
at
a
now.
social media.
See TikTok lives, if you can deal with it, like you can make, like they're making a lot of money on lives. It's just by
I could, but see, like this type of conversation, I could do that all day long. It's a piece of piss to me, but I tried to go on one. This is dead funny because somebody told me to do it, and then I ended up talking to
Drunk
somebody
as a
from like
bear, like-
Bangladesh.
Uh,
Do you know what I mean? And there was
I
nothing in
wouldn't- I
common.
wouldn't talk, yeah,
We had
I'd
nothing to talk
fucking
about. You
weirdo.
know what I mean?
yeah.
But he had to do it because he's used to his wee legs, where I'm just sitting there like doing my
He's-
fucking eyebrows or something. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
They
I was
need
like, well, that
something to
wasn't a
relate
great
to.
start, but at least I put myself out there anyway.
This is the start of my TikTok live journey. You see me earlier than night. That was the first ever time I went live on my own phone.
Was
the
that
night.
your first time?
the
Very
first one,
good.
aye,
How'd
so-
it go?
It was about 10 people joined it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it at least once a day, every
To
day.
say if you do, I
Right
seen the
now.
hingy on your, it was on your podcast, the, what do you call him, the Techno Granda.
Oh,
And it was him who said if you go on every, like you'll make like 1,000 a week or something.
so he
followers.
gets he posts 10 times a day. So
Aye.
you're posting 10 times a day. You're going to get followers. Like it's
That's
just
true.
because obviously he's a granda and he's doing videos. And
Yeah.
then see the songs he listens to. It'll be
They're like really
if
modern.
but if it's like Hannah Lang's new song, she'll pay him to do a video to that song. or
'Cause
her
he has
manager
so
will,
much following.
and, yeah, and then he'll put that. It'll get the song out, and that's
This
how he
is
makes his
it.
money.
it helps
I don't know
promote
what
the
way
music.
I'm going to go about it all just yet, but I would just like to have something that I could just piss off for a week and I could still make money.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean?
I
That's
don't
the
know.
idea for me. Like, so I don't know what I'll.
It's
Now,
just-
you want to find a way to make money without
I'll find
having
my
to
niche.
sit and do
Yeah,
it. Oh,
yeah.
But
I'm
your
the same.
your niche would like be your
I know,
eyebrows, your
I
makeup,
know,
all
I know.
that.
This
That's
is
your-
it. So I'll figure it
But you're a
out.
very good talker, so like I don't know, you maybe could do. You could start a podcast. You could
I
maybe
know.
do something
That's
like
the
that.
thing,
You'd
but
be
what-
good on a podcast, like.
What you sitting on? I'm sitting
No,
on the best
that's what
one.
I'm
now.
saying. Like, you'd be good hosting your own
I
one.
wonder where I got that idea from.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know? I don't know if you someone messaged us.
I know,
requesting
sure,
you
it's
to come
all
on.
undercover. You won't tell me who it was.
So do you genuinely not know?
No, who was it?
I don't know. It's in the message. Send me a big message. That's how
Really?
I knew the Aussie. So says like basically you were shot 9 times and you've changed your life around and you've won awards for like your business and you're doing
Bet
very
you it was
well.
fucking
And
Glenn.
it wasn't Glenn. It wasn't Glenn.
He's just
It was
saying,
fucking you, man. It was you.
No, it wasn't me.
Glenn, it's okay.
I actually
Well,
thought
it was a
I
fella-
thought it was more somebody closer to home because you've had loads of people on that I already know. So I just thought maybe maybe said, do you know anybody else we could bring on or something?
So sometimes it's good to bring someone on more story, and then sometimes we just like to bring on characters for a
Random people,
laugh.
just
like
yeah,
two
yeah.
random people that don't know each other.
Yeah, they're the funny
and you
ones
just
too.
buzz
Like,
off each other.
and
It's
they're
brilliant.
like sitting beside each other, like yes.
So we done one.
Patsy, who was it? We had Patsy and eyebrows, and there was
No,
like a wee
but-
bit of underlying beef or something. Like they were like they weren't really gelling
Okay.
together. They were kind of just.
With the Patreon thing as
bad,
well.
isn't it? I don't
What
think-
way does that work
I
then
don't
with the
think,
Patreon? The way you said
Sean
you're
is-
doing your Patreon later, is that the same sort of thing? You're just doing all over again?
more where you can talk about
Tell me.
anything, and
He's
then
favorite, like-
sometimes put down.
So you're restricted. What are you restricted with on YouTube, like?
Just like curse
you
cursing
can
and all.
curse.
Oh
You
shit!
just, it's just if you just
Yeah.
rip the whole of it.
We're baiting all.
I would be wrecked with that,
See,
wouldn't I?
see, like see, story wise, there was a teacher, was one of our old teachers. We brought him on, but he was a blanket man and he hates blacks.
Aye.
But no one would people would know him, but he's not on social media. He doesn't have any sort of thing like that. But we brought him on to tell a story, and fuck me, that podcast unreal. He was one of the ones that broke out of the maze.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So he told us, what is it again?
He hates blacks.
No, it wasn't his blacks. It was long cash.
Long cash.
Ah,
He
yeah.
cracks me on that. It cracks me on that.
He's
But
learning.
what it was is
He's probably like me, oblivious to it all.
So
isn't
I
he?
am,
Aye.
but
People are writing
It's
underneath
not a bad way to
Gavin.
be.
he was on the blanket for 2 years, and then he broke out of the long cash. It was a great podcast.
It was
That's
very
it. But
interesting.
you would be so. Everybody has a story.
But
to
there
tell,
was a
you know
lot
what I
of
mean?
Protestant people
It felt
watched
like-
it, and they were like, "Fuck, I really enjoyed
Fascinated
that."
by
Yeah.
it. But that's very true because do you know what I mean? It is true. Like, because Ram was away to a thing the other week, and it was a fella who was in the INLA, do you know what I mean? And he found Jesus and stuff like that there, and he told this powerful story, and he was so, touched by it. He came
Yeah.
home and told me all about it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting in touch, and then it turned out there was a girl there who, her daddy was shot by somebody like that, do you know what I mean? They're all sitting in the church.
And they're all
Together,
interlinked, being
and-
able to relate.
Yeah, two of the fellas are going out for coffee together, considering even though that there's been murder and, do you know what I mean,
Yeah.
so close to home
They've
now.
moved on from the
But it's just-
times of.
It just shows you
before.
just don't know like who's sitting in a room whenever you're like telling a story or who it's going to
No.
affect or
I be sitting sometimes
impact.
going, you don't know who walks past. Like, there's people that's probably killed all sorts of people just walk past you. You see them in the bookies and you're like, all right, son, or something. You don't even
but then the
Chinese-
ones that you do know, everybody's like, "You're right, mate."
up there.
Yeah.
fucking
And Chinese and Eureka was saying about the such and such as a PDF file, and I was going,
I
"There's someone sitting here,
Yeah.
some fella sitting here, and he's going,
God, I don't mean to laugh
We-
at that.
we
like,
just
but
got
it's-
but
word.
it's like, you can't just
I know,
call
but
people
not
that.
about.
in the middle of we're not saying any names, but there's word spreading that people are on that. What do you call that page with the wheel? Are we dating the same people? And there was some on it.
No,
and
that you're
apparently
getting too much info.
he's
People
a
know who that is.
PDF
just by
file
saying-
or whatever.
Yeah, blank it out. 'cause
Blanked out.
Right.
don't
Are you
pass that.
sketching or are you blanking that out?
You don't want to
Okay,
see
you just did it all mentally.
it. Short.
Doing Fernsey.
Oh, sure they are one. Sure they are one.
I'll see some of his sketches. Like, I'm not joking.
No,
He's
the one you
so
showed
good.
Ones are the bad ones.
The one you showed me
Both.
are not.
That's smashing.
That's a fucking
Look at that,
belter.
Jordan.
You should get that as the
Look
tattoo.
the sage as well.
You should get that
Hey,
as.
he's a good wild. He's
Yeah.
on.
Why don't we just put something like that as someone's tattoo that we pick for them? Like, that's brilliant. That's so.
That's class.
Like, see, for a bad tattoo, it's that good. It's not bad. It's actually good.
Good, yeah.
He's a dick demon.
It looks like all the wee murals you see in Ibiza, no? All the wee
All the
mad
wee
ones.
mad-
all
You
the
do
Oh.
walls.
realise that's a dick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because you were saying it was class. I was like, usually girls were going, what?
No, but
Not
it's
that
just,
way.
it's the art. It's the effort to put into. It's not
No,
just
it
your
is.
every dick drawing. There's a lot of
Every
skill
dick
that's
drawing.
went into
So
it.
when
like,
you were actually saying that, you weren't lying. It's just dick drawings,
oh,
like flat
it's
out.
really good.
Big dick, wee dicks.
We're at the tattoo convention this weekend.
Sticky dick.
That's just what I'm
so
saying.
we're-
If we're picking someone to get a tattoo,
Oh,
why
yes,
not
that's
pick
right.
1 a.m. sketches?
Yes.
They're mad as it is. They're funny.
They're
and
iconic.
actually-
We'll do that. Get
they're
that one
well
then. That
drawn.
one, that big fucking...
I honestly do.
Big veiny one, look at that.
Because
Because
then
I'll get it the whole way up his leg. Oh,
you
is
can
this-
also
is this
say
right
that
before-
your art's been
No, it's-
tattooed onto someone.
just say wee man watches, he'll know, he's going to know what it is.
It can be
Alright,
anything.
we'll get that then. Happy
That's
days.
a belter. I like the
Yeah.
Spider-Man one.
cross hatching and all, like get the cross hatching and all.
I think
Uh-huh,
Spider. I
what's
think
crack, like, that's
Spider-Man.
The camera needs to see it. Sure.
Spider-Man.
Ah,
The
who's
Spider-
getting this tattooed on them?
Yeah.
So,
Lucky
the guy's getting
person.
blindfolded and we are picking his tattoo.
I seen that on your. I
I
seen it on a podcast.
I'm
I've
looking
seen most
forward
of them.
to it.
Like, so I have.
I'm looking forward to it. Like, I want to get. I come and get a wee tattoo myself. Like, don't know where or what, but I will get one. Like,
Does your mate know you're coming on?
Which one?
Glenn?
Oh, I.
Did you tell him?
Oh,
'Cause
I.
he let us down before, so he did.
Glenn,
I
come
know,
see
He
me.
had
Glenn.
a-
Glenn is actually a very shy person, but people don't realise because he comes across very confident and all. He's actually very shy. And he
Yeah,
doesn't really bother much. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he does because he's on social media loads, but he doesn't.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's just not that
He
way.
had like a
Fee.
big Indian hat and all for it, or a pair of wings or something.
Ah,
And he-
yeah.
and
Yeah, he can go all out with all his wee costumes and all too sometimes. Yeah!
We get this flat out. People know we're recording. Just
I was thinking it was the next shop up there, and I was like,
See,
it's
when-
fucking shut if
Yeah,
they forgot
we
about
room,
me.
aye.
see when
This is a
Burnsy's
good
here, they
spot,
stand
like.
It
outside.
is, it's
Just
ticket.
It's cozy. There'd be people inside getting their sunbaths during the day, and I'd just be walking past being like, that's our wee HQ.
Do you know you have just actually given me an idea too? Users are actually probably entitled to money just from Universal Credit to get set up with us, to buy cameras and all.
Oh,
Is that right?
Yes.
I
see-
wasn't working there for
It
6
doesn't matter
months.
even. Do you know what's not? It doesn't matter if you're working or not.
Fuck, I'm in.
That's the whole point of it. It's not the way it used to be. It's meant to be for like people who is working to help, like say if you're self-employed, to help you get like better.
oh.
So if you go tell them and say you want to start a business and you need money for fucking cameras, blah blah blah.
Can you do it? Can you help us with it?
For
if you really need me to, but
No,
it's
I
fine.
mean-
Why do you want me to ring him?
Bring him now.
I'm not answering now. They're closed now. Like,
Definitely,
We'll
you
ring
should
them
definitely
tomorrow.
ring them,
Ring-
especially
is it
because you're
drink
coming
a
out of
brew?
work.
oh,
Yeah.
Just tell
I've
me.
listen. I'll not lie to you. I've been on the Universal Credit 1 or 2 times in my life. Like, you know what I
But
mean?
here,
I'm a
listen,
working
it's nothing
class
to be
man.
ashamed of.
Aye,
But see, at the end of the day, that's what you've paid your taxes for. You're fucking entitled to it.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
get your money, get your grants, and try and get cameras or whatever you need.
It's not as if
Set up, do you know what I
we're
mean?
spongers too. We're
Like where
workers.
we get something from, but then you can
It's
actually
right
get.
there, aye. But it's like nobody wants to go down that road.
And
is it?
that's what I was planning on, like to tell everybody too about the courses and all too, because you know what I mean, the wee girls can all get their funding for the courses. Too.
Aye, we need to do this, mate. We
I
can get
will do
funded.
it.
People,
See, look,
help us, help you.
And anybody else who's out there, civil servants, will you just give these boys a fucking ring, please?
I know my mates all fucking work
and help
down
them
there.
out.
Just didn't tell me this once.
See, no one wants to help you.
Do you know what? They all probably just think you don't need it. Do you know what I mean? They
We're
think you're
recording,
probably.
we're recording off 2 iPhones.
That's exactly why I'm saying to help you get the cameras. Do you know what I mean?
We need the
Aye.
help.
Are you seeing our YouTube account? There's a few quid in our YouTube account.
A few phone calls are getting made this week.
Do you know what
so.
it is? See, the hardest thing in business, no one can teach you. You need to learn yourself.
Yeah,
See, until you get out there and start doing it. And that's why I always say to people, do it the right way.
yeah.
Even if it's only putting through like what you need to. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what teaches you how business works.
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? And then you start to learn the rope. Do you know what I mean? You've got
Well, this
fucking-
is it. What do you
You've
have?
got video
platform or
evidence
anything?
of it, and
It's
you've got
legit.
your platform. You're good to go.
we've got
And
people
you see this
watching it.
type of thing. See the many people who are willing to invest in this because this is like a big thing now. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
If there's anyone watching and they know what she's on about and just want to give a lads a hand, we'll go for coffee and
Yes, I will definitely
Talk
give you that
business.
that tech thing as long as you can prove it's something to do with tech as well. You can get a £10,000.
I sure can go on.
But everybody else should be all helping these and out.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake, do your whack.
and also when we need to know who to go about. We went down to the field office and yous were closed, right? We're trying to get onto the We're trying to go on the
trying
field.
to get slice onto the
Trying to
field.
get me on the field, right? People, this is working class. I go to field every year. I've performed
Set
in the
up a
bomb set
wee-
and the bonfires. I've done our
call
sides.
them
I've done community
wee phone
events.
thing,
I'm followed by
Facebook and get
all the
people to
children
all
love
the
me.
side,
All the
like
kids
we-
ask me when I'm
With
going to
the-
be on the
with the
field.
invitation sort
And
of thing.
I can't answer them back. So help us help the future generations, help us help the community and just get it sorted. Speak somebody who am I speaking to?
Just the field office. Listen,
Field office.
someone knows someone, so just speak them for the masses.
Gavin
Instagram.
Gamble. Except
Glenn,
Gavin.
you'll know who it is when you
Except
tell these
Gavin.
and who they need to speak to.
You need to speak. I'll take you for a coffee. I'll buy anything you want. That's it.
Well,
That's
I
over.
listen.
You
Would you ever go
are
to a
going to
field?
get offers left, right, and centre now.
We're starting to get
so
them
yous
now.
are,
Aye,
we're
we're
getting-
getting- Our inboxes want to be mad this week.
But that's the way it's going to happen for you. Do you know what I mean? And especially now that you've like quit your job, that's your way of telling the universe, right, I'm ready. And
Bring
it
all
just-
the stuff now.
It's going to all start happening. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm telling myself.
And it's just like as well, Alexa me who has businesses, all them other ones that's doing their own things too. You need to just like get them to share onto their platforms because they've already made connections with people.
One
That's,
door
that's
closes.
networking. Do you know what I mean?
and
That's how it
four
works.
more open
You just don't realise who knows who and what work they've done with other people before too.
until you actually sit and speak to them.
And see that there like type of thing you were doing with the kids in the schools and all that. There's a type of things that I've probably been doing work with people. Do you know?
Yeah,
It's not the same thing, but somebody might have a job somewhere,
Somewhere
like that
along
would
the
suit you.
line,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean too?
Sean Braniff said something on this podcast for, and it's actually, he was right. He says, the doors were open for me, he just wasn't walking through them.
yeah.
That's it.
He says,
It's sitting right in front of you, but-
I was telling all these
Yeah.
jokes, and he goes, the doors were open, I just wasn't walking through them. I was like, he's
I'm
fucking
ready
right.
to walk through all the doors. I closed one door, four more open. Keep them all open. I'm walking through them
See, to
all.
be quite honest, I was probably the same sabotaging like mad. Like, see, at the minute, how way things are going for me at the minute is just crazy.
Yeah.
Scary, crazy. Like, everything's just.
And you can either go one way or the other.
No,
you
I'm
know what I
stepping
mean?
right into it now.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you're
I'm
going to be all over
embracing it.
social media next week, because you'll be up. You'll be
I'm all
clipped
over it all
and
the time
you'll
anyway, but I
be-
can't wait to be
you're on
on yours.
YouTube.
Every Monday, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
Aye. Have
definitely.
you done a podcast before?
Nah, I
No?
don't think I have actually.
Well, this won't be our last.
You've done a lot of
segment.
TV,
I've done all the like
like,
interview
yeah, with the
bits.
news and stuff, because
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of them
Yeah.
on your page. Have you got one, what do you call it, one's pinned? Have you one pinned on your
Pinned
Yes,
post.
that was the one
What
from
age,
New
what
TV.
age, what age were you?
24 maybe.
Were you?
About that 24-ish.
Was that the year you were shot?
Not long after. I was still
Wasn't
like
it?
crutching, limping about and friggin' I wasn't well like.
So how long
I
did
was
it
just
take
soldiering on through.
to kind of like get back on your feet?
So actually, I was in a wheelchair with my leg out in front of me like that for 3 months. And it was, see, that's the thing. See, if I hadn't done that very last one, which they stopped and came back and done that one, scumbags. But let's see if they had,
Did they go away and come back and shoot you again?
it was like, no, like they'd stopped and then they went to run away and it was like one of them run back. And that was when he
Showing
got
off?
me right through, just acting a big boy and just got me through the femur. And that was it.
You
That
should
was
have.
the
What
one.
you should have done. I know it's pointless telling you now. See, as soon as I first bought it, you should have let out a big squeal, like a big.
But
girl
see,
scream,
because, see, honestly,
and they wouldn't have shot
see, like
you
you
9
said,
times.
I thought because usually somebody gets shot once or twice, I was like,
Just
just
take it,
take
just
it
take it. Let
and get on with it.
nine
You know what I
times
mean?
they're ripping all out. You
That's
should have
why I did
squealed
end
there,
up-
and
that's
see when
why-
there's a squeal, no one's standing there.
That's why I
they're
did
running.
end up shouting, that's a fucking off. Do you know what I
Just-
mean?
And then
If
the
it was
stop it.
stopping.
You'll have to catch me. I'm too far. I'll run.
Nah,
That's
fuck
very
that. I couldn't even imagine going through that. It's fair play to you.
I know
You've
that's.
more balls
There
than
was
both of us.
that the second wee poem, but that's what I said in the second wee poem. You have to catch me first, and then it did
Nice.
happen as well.
So you don't want to speak too soon. Actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, that's the thing. too.
Anyone can get got. Really, like.
Oh,
Just
100%.
depends.
Did you?
Definitely.
So you said that in your poem?
The second
And
one was called I'll Take the Blame.
Glad it's here. Do you know what?
Yeah. So it goes, I'm sitting here with my hands in my head thinking, what have I done? What have I said? I did nothing wrong, didn't step out of line, but no one believes me. Not this time. I did in the past, it happened so fast, even in school as the clown of the class. Not no more. I've shut that door, just thinking about it makes my head sore. I know who it was, but I have to take the blame. It was two of my mates and they do the same. We're all from down the road and that's the way it goes. It's like unwritten rules that everyone knows. They says I'll get off with a slap in the wrist, but really that means you're next on our list. You'll get an arm broken, maybe a leg, then they'll go, you okay, have you got a fag?
Oh,
Sitting here stoned, down at first, thinking fuck them all, they can catch me first.
That's a.
Do you ever think?
And then it fucking happened.
do you think you like? Obviously, you don't know who it is. Well, you might. But do you think you've ever been with them or talked to them since? Do
Yeah.
you think so?
I think one of them might have actually got up and walked out of his own school play, his wee kid's school play, because it was there, to be quite honest.
Oh, probably
Can
freaked out.
you don't
once he
have
seen
to
you.
say, but can you tell us why they shot you?
It was to do with drugs. I was just well known for like a party girl when I was younger. Just now I know I was taking drugs to avoid like childhood trauma shit, but I thought then I just like loved taking drugs and just partying. So I was just always flat out partying and just as much as I could. All of us were like that was just what we did. You know what I
See,
mean?
with my 18 to like 25, I'd have been on these flat out, but fuck, they've racked your head like.
Red MasterCard season.
Red Mastercard,
Running about the
Okay.
gaff like Rudolph.
Yeah, that was what it was. It was just like it was just my way of life. Do you know? It was all that I knew. And to be quite honest, everybody else was exactly the fucking same. Do you know what I
Young
mean?
people, you go to raves, you go out nights out, people experiment, people do things, you party. I feel like it's especially in Belfast, it's like drugs are pushed into you from a young age, from a teen, and
Well,
it's like
that's
a
just it.
culture. It's like people grow up, they're 13, they're fucking taking their first
See, to be
sniff
quite
and their
honest
first
with you,
drink,
these
and it's
people,
crazy, like, but
They-
they're trying to punish you for something they're teaching.
Well, listen,
Not
that's not to say that I
necessarily, like-
didn't know what I was doing as well, because I did. I hold my hands up for my own side. You know what I mean? I hold my hands up. I think
Yeah.
everybody's hands are dirty, and I hold my hands up too. You know what I mean? For my
Yeah.
part in it. But that's why I've changed. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was
These
like
some
that,
people that haven't changed at all. Like they're actually fucking
still
worse.
in, yeah. I know
Yeah,
what you
and they're
mean.
still pointing their fingers at other people. You know what I mean?
It's everyone
you-
else's fault.
Gemma, would you have been going out in the bars and taking drugs, or were you just sat in
Oh,
his
I
place?
frig everywhere. I was probably
Uh-huh.
everywhere probably. Yeah.
It was
I
good.
remember we went to beds full of these. You didn't take them. I remember we were like 16. We were all full of these. I don't know.
No,
We were all
mate.
sitting in beds. You remember the first night we all took these up there and you didn't.
I won't take. I used to throw him over my
Look
shoulder.
at this smile on
Oh,
his
everyone
face.
had
but
took one. I went like, oh, I took one as well. Fucking sitting the cross behind me.
I'm not
Yeah,
lying. Like, I
this is the
I used
thing
to
too.
love
You know what I
them.
mean? It is the way. It's the way that it was as well.
I'm not lying. Like, I was a big fan of them. Like, at one stage, like,
We're actually away to
Thank
beef in
you.
2 weeks, Liam. So keep it that way, mate. There's no more.
this beef is, what happens in a beef stays in a beef.
I don't know what's coming.
That's it.
So you're only back from beef this week,
yeah,
aren't you?
only back with Ibiza.
What
I
do you
love
think of it?
Ibiza. fucking brilliant. The time of life.
So
All my
good.
girls pulled all the stops out for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That was I'd say did anything I could have expected. Like honestly, I was
it's good crack.
the whole way they set it up, the theme of everything and all was just dead different. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, did you go?
So shout out to all my girls.
Did you
That was
see
brilliant.
any good DJs when you were out there?
Nah,
Yeah.
that was the only thing that was driving me mad because I love my music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them ones probably wouldn't even realise, but I just knew it was like a USB stick just playing over and over. And
Oh.
see, sitting in, honest to fuck, it was driving me mad. See, sitting in that room, we're looking down the stage where it's meant to be dead fancy.
Beat the rocks.
It was the same sort, and I was like, see if that comes on one more time. Honestly, I actually went down to the room and put a set on my phone.
Oh, I
So
just
where
to
is,
change
like,
it up,
at
switch
nighttime,
it
where
up.
were
Which
you
in
going?
my room where we weren't looking at the frigging stage and all, that's where I was playing your tunes and all. Do you know what I mean? I
Right,
had yeah.
Where were
get
you
playing
going?
the
Like
FIFA.
at night.
So
Where-
we done a boat party the first day. As soon as we got there, we were straight out on the boat party. And then we came back and there was music happening in the room, but we're all frigging hammered. We've been out all day. We'll get straight up the next day and went to Ocean Beach. So we were there the whole day.
Great spot.
was Wayne Lineker?
Aye.
We are doing a podcast with him in 2 weeks, apparently.
Uncle Wayne,
It's,
gives a bell that.
He'll
We're-
love that.
The show, well, we think it's happening. So we're bringing all the equipment's coming outwards, and we're meant to be doing 2 podcasts out there.
I seen yous were talking about doing that, so yous are actually going to do it then.
Here,
Yeah.
we're going to need to book on our suitcase or something.
He's going to your case and no sweat. So we
Right.
only need 3.
What about this here?
No,
No,
I'm bringing the laptop. You don't need on yet.
So, folks, you're probably sitting looking at us two right now going, Jesus Christ, these fellas are looking fresh. That's a nice wee tracksuit. That's a nice wee tracksuit. Me, Liambo's looking well today. Well,
Liambo
the
is
reason
looking well,
being,
mate. Liambo is looking well.
the reason being, we have been looked after by one of the finest local Belfast brands.
Certified, get on.
Certified. If you don't know or you don't recognize this badge, recognize now because this is going to be getting bigger and better and all over the country in the next couple of weeks. So come down, call down to
You can get on Dedicated Fitness on the website. We'll put the website in the description. But you can't deny it does. It's cool out gear. Like
we're
Yeah,
looking
we
well
are
these days, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Well,
And
here,
I'll be the least
this
of
is
my
another
worries.
thing too. See, with Ibiza, like, too,
Uh-huh.
you need to be careful with all your, like, good stuff, like, because
Robbed, wrists, watches gone.
just make sure you are
pockets
staying
robbed.
semi-sensible till you get it all put into a safe place and then you can enjoy yourselves after.
It's easy saying that now, and then this man gets a
Ibiza.
load of vodkas deep.
I'm wait. See, I'm fucking wait. So,
We had a friggin' 5 late, no, and big
Very
friggin'
good.
drop bottles that they
Oh,
have and a big thing in Ocean Beach.
what was it, about 3 grand?
No, I
They're
think
dear
it
enough,
was
like.
about.
The 5 litres are about 3 and 2.5 grand. Like
No, I don't think they are. I think they're only about 600, 700 or something like that there. But we all paid for the table. and
each?
it- No,
No, I see when you
What
pay
was
for the
it?
table. That's like it's like 1,200.
it was
or
something
something.
about, I think it was about 14 or 1500 or something like that.
Did you
there.
have to
Oh.
add any? Do you have to add anything to it?
Not that I know.
I don't know,
They
well,
all paid it for me, like.
Right, well then that's why you don't know.
Listen, we'll
No,
go
I
on
did.
back.
I seen the friggin' receipt. Like, it was about 15 or 1600 pounds.
I went for my
That was,
stack.
that'll include, we got, obviously you're paying for the table and you're paying away in, but we got one of them big 5 litres. Then we got 2 big things of daiquiris plus a big bucket of beers.
We in
Do you
VIP
know what I mean?
in the water.
I
It
think
would
so.
have been.
It would have been, right.
We can do a whip around, Gavin. We'll whack in a
But no,
few
I was
hundred
I've
each,
looked
get
into
a
it
big
before. You can do a
fucking-
smaller because we're maybe considering back here again. And my mate's like, we're doing Ocean Beachville because she just thinks this is brilliant. It's her first time she's ever been to Ibiza, so she had a really good time for her first
Oh.
time. You know what I mean?
She'll want to go back
but
every
I
year
think
now.
you can do a table of 4, and I think you have to have a minimum spend of about 700. Do you know what I mean?
Oh.
Like that way, it works out about
Picture
that.
much that
Their
boy
pockets
Wayne
really
Lineker's
plastic.
making every day. He's sitting like that.
Tony Truman, mate.
Here it is. It's flat out, like just.
Oh.
It was just heaven.
I heard Wayne's just the front man. He just runs about, gets pictures of people.
But here, are you
Okay.
worried? He's
Oh,
friggin'
yeah,
he's
right.
jumping on a friggin' jet to Dubai and back to Ibiza whenever he feels like it.
Big man's living the
He's
dream.
living
like,
his life, isn't he?
I'm jealous, to be honest with you.
He doesn't drink or take gear, damn mate.
I
he
don't know.
just-
Like,
he
well,
just
he was
knows.
born a Falcon Red Bull the last
Oh,
time I seen something
mate.
the Orbic car.
I don't think he does. I think that's just a show. Like
Seen the video of him getting sparked out.
You
Like,
make
that
sure
was-
you get
that
him
was
on
mad,
one
like.
whenever
I'm
you're
going
with
to
him.
ask him that. I'm going to say.
Make sure you say, here, mate, there's a wee Falcon for you, just to see
See if
if
he comes on.
Oh,
If
test him out.
part, it's meant to be happening. It's good sources have told us it's happening. if he does, I'm gonna say like, what was the crack? Why would someone? Because he at the end, see the fucking.
Oh, we had to butter him up.
You make sure you blink his bit out, or you're gonna be getting.
Oh,
He'll not be watching.
He'll take it thick as
You'd
fuck.
be
You never know.
surprised.
I don't know.
You'd be surprised.
Last thing you need is he taking a wee huff with you. Not
Never
doing the
know
photo.
who's
See,
watching
the
us.
one that's sorting it out just says, lads, I can sort it, but he won't understand.
Here,
the
what
words
about
he
your wee
say.
mate in Magaluf getting a bollock in the other week?
Tony? What would happen?
Did you not see how he got his beaten?
Stitches now.
He told me he fell. I taxed him. He told me he fell off
He put
someone's
a whole
back.
big friggin' thing up about
His
all
whole-
the fighting and all
His
that.
whole head was off sliced.
Who's hitting our Tony for fuck's sake?
So he's
Me,
looking.
Tony's the harmless
He
fella.
taxed us and says, "Cause when we were in
A
Ibiza,
horny wee harmless fella.
no,
That's a twin brick.
a funny
He
story.
loves it.
See when he done our podcast, we picked him up and see when we were driving down. He says, "Stop here, the post box out there." I says, "What for?" He goes, "I need to put this in the post box." And I was like, "What is it?" And he's like, "Chlamydia test." Can you remember?
That's right.
He got out and put the chlamydia test in the post box, and then came
Well,
and done a podcast.
You're better off just
Safe and
getting
better, safe and
pissed off
sorry.
or
like,
safe and
oh,
safe and
100%.
sound,
He
man.
actually did tax it was a week ago saying, once you're in a beef, get the ferry across the Magaluf. I'll put you up for the night. I'll sort you out. You will not need to spend the money.
Happy
And
days.
we'll do a podcast on the beach. And I was
Sounds
like,
good.
listen, we'll see, because you know yourself, once you get there,
But it's really hard to be. I know I actually needed my mate to even push me out the door because things were going to be a bit friggin' tits up as soon as we got there. And she was like, "Come on, it's just an hour taxi."
Yeah.
And I was so glad she did, like, because we had a ball. Do you know what I mean? You're used to the madness, but our flight was really early. That's the earliest I've ever went. In that
It
flight.
does be six. Is
Is it always that time? I don't remember it being that
on
time.
purpose, so you're not black.
They must be starting to. I don't know. Ever remember being that time, or I don't know. Maybe it's just.
See
I'm
with
probably
my
just
stag,
using-
it was that time, and we went to Sloan's, and we all went. It was 20 of us went to Sloan's the one, and then went over to my house and just drank right through the.
That's just
six
well,
and
maybe
got
that's what I
left up
usually
the
probably
airport.
do. And just don't
I
remember, but I don't know.
I got lifted from all our party and brought over to our shade, sat by myself, and so it says if you keep it up, you're getting put off a plane. And then after that, we got on a boat, and I got threw off the boat like a boat. We were way out in the water, and they threw me off. Your man threw me off a boat.
Not
Fuck me off a
surprised.
boat. He said, "No, I done. I left it." So
Not
there was two boats, right? One was over there. They're big, fancy yacht things, and they give us cases of all these San Miguel, and the other boat was over. I was lifting the San Miguel and fucking them over the
Oh,
the
so
other
you're a
boat,
wee rowdy
and it was
one with
just
drinking, you
bouncing
then?
off the windows. And your man just grabbed me and fucked me in the water. I'm like, go and get them tins, and I had to swim and get the tins, and then he just drove the boat back, fucked us all off.
Here, it's harder the swimming to see too, and you're not
Fucking
staying one.
right.
Me and
I
my
can't
mummy
even
was going
swim.
down the wee slides and all at the back of the boat, and you're friggin' poleaxe. You forget, you're like,
And then the cons do to be driving away. You're slow, but you're trying to keep up. In my
yeah, and the waves are friggin' the currents going
Oh,
fucking crazy.
I near drowned my mate Smokey. God bless. Thank you for saving my life, Smokey. I couldn't swim at the time, and we were all on the academy or whatever else. And fuck it, I jump in the ocean here. Obviously, you have a life jacket on, but it didn't feel like I had a life jacket on.
I didn't have
I
one when he
felt
fucked
like
me in, mate.
I jumped onto Smokey's back, man. Help me! And he's going, "You're gonna kill the both of us, no!" Because he started sinking down. I was going, "Fuck me, I'm sorry." And then when we finally got back up onto the boat, I must have just sat away from my mates for about an hour, just trying to breathe because I swallowed that much water. I was just being sick, all the salt water.
That's what I
it
mean
was
too,
bad
yeah.
crack, like.
I'm a good swimmer, like.
Are you?
Oh, I am alright.
I'm shit.
I'm alright, like, but I don't know, in that water the other day, it was rough, so it
I
was.
felt that.
Did you jump in?
Yeah, we went down to wee slide at the back of the boat.
Did you have life jackets on or not? Or-
No.
Did you
My
not
mummy,
straight
my
in?
mummy was in it for ages.
Was your man all good?
Aye, yeah, my mummy loves it. She goes with me every year.
So none of you went to the West End?
A couple of them did. I don't know. We ended on it like because I wasn't there.
Here, West End's. I
I
love
forgot
West
it all.
End,
But
I love
all
it.
I talked about was how much it. See what it is for me too. I love Trappy. Like I don't know if you ever remember it. The wee Transbar. I used to work out there.
Is it the
too.
Highlander?
No, it's across from it. It's wee small. It used to be a wee small wee Transbar. And see, because it's not there no more. That's a
Yeah.
bit of a buzzkill for me because I just love
The
it.
last
My
time-
podcast, Joe Spoon's not being
That's
there.
what I
It's
was
the
going to
best.
say.
I used to love it.
That's the last time I was in a beaver. Joe Spoons was a thing, and
And
it's
you know,
not a
every
thing
con, it's like
anymore.
fucking down the cafes.
Yeah.
Everyone just be sitting along in front of you and all. I was powerful.
I
And
know,
it-
but
there's
see,
no
the
Irish
close-
bars. Or, no,
They
there is
close it all
Americans.
early and all, but now remember they used to leave the doors and all open. They don't really let that happen.
So they're
and all,
not
so
allowed,
it's
they're not
like,
allowed on the beach either.
Remember getting battered with flick sticks? We had we were
Ah.
blast. We were just
Cops.
we all whacked in. Every single person on the holiday whacked in about 50 quid each for his big speaker. I mean,
It was a score. I think it was 20 of us.
oh,
It was a big
and
ghetto
it was
blaster.
a belter, and we had it there the first night. We were standing on the beach after a rip, all partying away, and the what do you call them, the guard of Seville came over and said, turn the music down. So we all turned it down, and some randomer who wasn't even with us ran over and turned it up again. And then they came back over and it just started swinging the flick sticks.
The ghetto blaster, but they just take that home and give it to their kids or something.
Aye.
And they were like, if you want it back, you need to come up to the barracks. And I was like, I'm
good
coming
luck
up to the
with
barracks
I
to get it.
think it was actually Kevy or something
You
tried
want
to
to
get
get
it
it?
the
They
next
said
day and
they
they weren't giving it.
They says it's not here or something, but they just take that home. They don't see
Nah,
that.
I know.
I
They don't
seen
give it- they
I
don't
seen
give
a
it anything.
looky man running right. He had like one of the wee monkeys and all around his neck. His two hands were filled with sunglasses. And he was getting chased by the cops. He fucking flip-flops on, and he was running up a beach, jumping over sunlanders, and he smoked the doors of the cops.
Oh, my
and he's
God.
fucking flip-flops on.
Oh,
I
I
seen two hands covered in sunglasses. It was on that goes of him.
you didn't
He's
even drop any of them
away.
either.
Nah.
No chance.
he probably would turn back and pick him up. He did.
No chance.
Gig.
See him, looky, man. They fucking, I was talking to one of them before, and because I was around 2 years ago, I was just standing talking to one of them on the West End, and see, as soon as I walked down to the bottom of the West End, cops gripped me, pulled my fucking wee bag apart,
Aye.
found a bag of gear, right, and then swore to fuck, put it back in, zipped it up, and give me my hang back. I was
Because
like,
it wasn't theirs.
I was like, I fucking shit them. Don't know why he let me back. Why he let me keep it. I do not know why. What he was looking for. I was like,
Probably looking to see if it was one of their bags or something, you see.
My wee
don't
mate on that says name, but he's banned from the island if he gets scooped with a QMD on him, and he was meant to go up to the court or something. Like fucking, I don't know, and didn't go. So if he goes back, he's fucked. So he just can't go back to Beefy. Like, but I don't think they're that strict with like drugs
They're
or whatever.
not. See, Cabby, going into Ocean Beach. We were going into Ocean Beach before, and when he was walking in, they put their hand in his bag, got a bag of gear, and they were like, right, took his ticket, ripped it up, just went away and buy a new ticket, fucked his gear in the bin, went away, buy a new ticket. He had to go back outside, bought a new ticket, back in, to let him in.
Aye.
And
Just
then- and then-
money. Just
There's
was
ways
that-
around everything.
So see in New Shah as well, do you know they have undercover security, right? And it was Cabby that got, and they were searching him, but obviously his stuff was in his wallet. So he put his hand in his wallet and put his hand out like this, like, because he was getting searched, so he was like this, and it was like, fucking wallet. So I was like, oh fuck. So I grabbed the wallet off him, and then I stuck it in my pocket, and then he obviously tapped him down and searched him, and he didn't have none on him, but whatever he had would have been in his wallet, which was in my pocket.
That's
But
a good mate.
this I don't know why, because it's the drug capital of the world, and they're setting undercover security in to search for drugs. It's stupid.
for ones to keep themselves to sail back.
Aye, literally, it's a
You
dog
fucking-
eat dog
you need to
world.
be-
You know what I mean?
See that Benetton and
The
all
circle
that,
of life.
it's corrupt as fuck.
You see
Tell
the
me.
prices they're charging for drinks in some nightclubs. Like, they're forcing people to take drugs.
Aye.
Like, who's
15
going-
euro
who's
for a
going
bottle
to-
of water.
It's more than that now, mate.
Go up and just ask for a cup of ice and let it melt quicker. Know what I
I
mean?
heard that's what people do. Because see,
Just,
in
aye.
the toilets, see the fucking nobody wash your hands. It's warm water.
Aye, that's
It's warm
right. and
water.
It's,
They know what
it's
they're doing.
dodgy for your stomach if you drink that shit.
Oh, I know, I wouldn't risk that one. Like,
Nah.
nah.
But they see when you go to a bar, a double faggot comes in them wee skinny glasses, 2 ice cubes, fucking fill it, and then it costs you about fucking 60 quid.
got it.
Why did I do that
Got it.
there? Oh,
But
it's
you know,
stupid. Like.
see when you're buying a drink from too, see if you're paying cash, say it's 40 quid, right? And you hand them 50 quid. They literally take your money, they serve you your drink, they go to the till, see your change, they'll just turn and serve someone else. And you're just left standing there going, this cunt's not going to come back with a tenner. Like, they're fucking, see in big nightclubs, they're, see
Aye.
them
I
leaving
get
it,
all
and
my
I
money
hate it.
changed to
You stand
tenners,
you stand
10 euros each.
sardines.
But here, listen, you'll still go back.
And see, the thing is,
And
no
do it all
matter
over
how
again.
much money you bring with you, you always spend a lot. Like, you could go out with 5 grand and
Well,
that
actually,
5
I didn't.
grand
I came
would
home
be
with
spent in
changes
2
then.
days.
Here, well, do
That's
you want to give us
fucked
because we're heading out in 2 weeks?
Because you're euros, sir. Aye.
Any ying-yings left?
Oh,
Aye, but we'll take anything anyone wants to donate. We'll go over and spend it
Isabella,
wisely.
Here, it's not a bad idea too. Set up a fucking Just Fund Me.
but
He's done
don't
that-
take
he's done
just
that before.
euros. I done
But
it.
now
done
you've
that before
now
when
you've
he was
got the figgy, but the following people could. You should just.
Nah, but one
Do you know what I
day
mean? You've got 45,000 followers or something. If everybody give you us £1 each.
Here,
Or if
I
they're going to
know.
give us a 10 each,
Is that not a good way of doing it? Get the pounds out.
I
Everybody,
see. You can put up like buy
everybody
coffee.
can afford a pound.
You
I
can
know.
say you can.
know what I
Donate.
mean?
We get me and my mate get robbed blind. We stayed in a
No,
hostel.
Sean Paul won it.
Me and Sean Paul, all our smart mates rented out like a nice accommodation apartments and all.
Yeah.
And SP's like, I'll book us something sweet, blah blah. Just send me money, here's me, no problem. We both done travel and tourism school. I trust him, he'll get me something good. Next thing, I got us a hostel. Me right, happy days. Me and you, bingo bango. We
Where were you?
robbed
Pisces?
in Croatia.
Oh,
This
in
was
Croatia. Sorry.
the first night we came back and we locked the door and the door was lying wide open, suitcases open, everything's out. One Nicker Max, the other Nicker Max gone, like all stupid shit took, money gone. No, when you have the wee wallet with your euros, ours was Kuma because it was Croatian
I've
money.
watched stories like similar to SVU before. It's
I
happened
see.
to you.
He's told it.
I think
No,
I've told that story
No, but I
before.
think did this not happen to you in Australia too? Did you not get robbed about something?
In
No,
Australia.
we
Yeah.
got robbers. We robbers.
Was it like
See, I won in Australia. I dodged them and went, I'm never coming back. Or I blocked them both on Instagram, the two fellas now. And I came back to Australia after I went away. I came back here for the summer and went back out. Me and my mates away for a Sunday roast. And I'm walking
Bump
down the
straight
street.
into him.
And he just pulls up in the big Range Rover and he goes, we need to get this finished. And I'm going, that's why he's got a fucking Range Rover. He's fucking stroking every cunt $700 fucking dollars.
Here,
Yeah.
do you want to finish
Oh.
your story about the GoFundMe?
So I got on a rant there. So the GoFundMe anyway. We were raw blind and it was our second day there and we were there for a week or something. I'm going, what the fuck are we
oh
going
yes,
to do?
that's right. That
I
was
literally
what
ringing every family member and friend I have, SP's the same, and constantly going, listen, I'm skint. I'll send you whatever I can. Might not be much, I'll send you. Me happy days. And then I got this stage where like, what are we actually going to eat here? Like we're literally fucked. Like, and all you could buy on the wee strip in the Valzer was like just slices of pizza and like all wee stupid shit. There was no proper food place or whatever. So I went, fuck it. I've got an idea. It's a bit of a long shot, but it might work. And I put up a GoFundMe page. Next thing my granddad goes, tell you what, I wouldn't even give you a 2p. Wouldn't even give you a 99p. He goes, but then there was all people you would like randomers sending you fivers. Now it's going, see, use people.
Must have you end up with?
There's people actually really care about me in SP and we didn't know about this, but see, so we got about 400 quid.
well,
But
here, imagine
what
how much
happened?
you'll get now if you fucking put one out for us podcast.
But see, the worst thing is,
Think about it.
they send you the money, but you can't lift it out for 30 days.
Well,
So,
here, at least I'll give you 30
we were
days to
so-
really think about what you need to buy.
my mate,
Instead
shout
of
out
just
to
wasting
Whelan, Connor Whelan, God bless you,
Here,
son.
you've heard it here first. We're starting to just fund me
Yeah,
for the
we're all
working
get-
class podcast.
Or just sign up to the Patreon. I can help us out.
oh yeah,
there,
well
like,
I
turn
already
them on.
have. I've signed up
Aye.
to the Patreon.
Thank
I'm
you.
doing my work.
Well, it's a good time to push
But,
your Patreon. So
just big thank you to all the people at Belfast who sorted out me and SP that day. It doesn't go unrecognised. We're fed water, we got the party, and we were loving it. So thank yous.
it's a good time to. Do you want to push your Patreon there now?
Yes, so as well, see the exclusive content that is on our Patreon. It is nowhere else. You can't get it anywhere else. And you like us, you want to watch us, you tune into a podcast every single week, and then you're going, oh, I have to wait till next week to
And
watch
can I
this
be
next
honest? Can you
podcast."
all just fork out for a couple of pounds and just support them?
See all the clips that do go real viral. They're all clips from the Patreon. They're not even from the normal podcast.
So you
see
could
all
watch
the funny
them
ones you're
ages
laughing
ago.
at on Instagram and TikTok and all. They're actually all off the Patreon clips.
And the
I honestly
get
still
on it.
think just cut the chase and just fucking pay the money. Give the wee lads the fucking money.
But we're not
Help us.
both.
Support
Help
them.
you. Help us.
Show a wee bit of
Help
support.
you.
Stop being miserable.
Some cracking ones that burns on.
Oh, here. And you know what? After this wee tattoo convention here at the weekend, there's going to be a few more wee funny ones coming on
Burnsy's
for us.
coming down to
So
the tattoo
people-
convention. So yes.
Don't be a late.
So you get
Have
a
you ever met
tattoo?
him?
Simple as that.
I met him with Robert the other day, well,
Secret.
a few weeks ago, and I tried to hear. I went to introduce myself. Tell him here he is. I know who you are.
Oh,
He probably
Here's me,
probably
alright,
does.
well,
He's
you're doing
quite
something right
Terry.
if he already knows you. You know what I mean?
Wasn't like, how are you, Gemma? Or fuck all after. It was just that, and then we back onto his live.
Oh, you have to get him at the right time sometimes as well. See, we would have him in here and he's literally shooting the podcast and he'll just stand
just
up,
go
walk
on.
out and see you, start slapping or
I
something.
know,
Like,
I
mate,
know.
we're literally shooting one right now. Like, God bless him. Like,
Sometimes if he's doing our Patreon, he'll stand behind the camera, but he'll always butt in
But
and he'll try and
curiosity, like his burns and your burns, you aren't related.
No relation.
Because
They
the only
haven't
reason
done
why I'm
any-
asking you, right? Because Glenn thought this before,
No,
but then we
everyone
came across
accepts-
this wee video of him like years and years and years ago. Somebody videoing him, and the more I was listening to it, I was like, "Is that him in the background?" No, like it sounded like him back in the day, starting off with a wee podcast.
Some people try and get one over me and go, but just look like
Well, listen, one thing I will say,
no relation.
they haven't done the ancestry.com yet, so you never know.
We don't actually
We don't
know.
actually know for a
So the
fact.
question is, but we don't, well, the
Well,
answer is like
good,
we're not sure, 100%.
I do look after Burnsy, but I was
Does
in the
I?
morning, my phone rings at 6:30 in the morning.
Tell you what, that he puts in some graft. These are for Robert in the morning for him getting up
No,
for
he
work.
does.
These
Everyone.
are
me.
must walk him to work, come straight round to you.
So he's standing there in my study, walk Roberto to work. See him after Roberto's. He'll ring me and see if I'll pick him up or.
Oh right,
he'll-
okay.
and
So
then
at least
we'll
he's
go for
getting a
coffee,
lift
right?
from work.
But then
So
see at about 12 or 1, he'll go back to bed and he'll take a nap.
oh right.
Because he's up from a crack of dawn. And see, sometimes I've drank with Burnsy to 2 in the morning and he's up at 7 writing messages.
No
hangover.
hangovers. He doesn't
Can't-
get hangovers. at
Does
all.
not get hangovers.
Hello. I'm
Oh, he ain't
fucking
Go on a
Yeah,
them days for
world.
me. I could sleep for a week now after I have a drink. So
See,
okay.
my hangovers now, they're getting bad. Don't go on my phone, turn my lights out, put a film on, close the blinds, and order.
that's what I do.
See, my
Don't
partner, he
stick
would
on
sleep like
YouTube
mad.
and
He
just
loves sleeping,
join
but
the
he's really
club.
rubbed off me. Now I'm like, I'm
100%.
really joining his club.
Oh,
I love it
Lord.
too. Full
Yeah.
day in bed, just pure sleeping in and out. No, like
I
watching
love
we
it.
felt straight. I know I do. You're right.
See, when
John,
you have a
I do.
hangover or you're sick, it's the only time you can sit and finish a TV show or watch something like and binge watch it in peace.
I
you
actually
know what
just
I mean?
fall asleep
Ah.
and turn it back on again.
Oh,
Turn it back
go
on.
back to it.
I actually love it.
Podcast.
So do I.
Because I'm always fucking flat out. But here, Fred and Rose West documentary on Netflix. I'm telling you now.
Another wee thing you
Sure.
just actually brought to my attention there too. Just there a couple of weeks ago, I got diagnosed with ADHD at this stage of the game. Like,
So you have PTSD and
and
ADHD.
ADHD, it's like all the
Jesus
letters,
Christ.
it's all going on.
PTSD, ADHD.
I actually don't feel like I have PTSD anymore
HDMI.
too much, and I've now switched it around for ADHD.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be fun to see whenever they try me on these tablets to see how life really looks.
I
Without,
don't think, I think you're very.
You don't need
Like,
any
God.
medication. You don't need any tablets.
I know, but I burn out because I be too hyper and I do too much. You know, like trying to
Yeah.
do 100 things at once and stuff like that. Just curious to see how it is if like
Aye, just to
some
test
people
it out.
say it's like night and day. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
Glenn
Give it a
says
go.
if I can do this now the way I am, and then with these tablets, I'll be like Superwoman. So it'll be interesting to see.
Well, happy
What's he
days.
doing with himself?
Aye.
He be's up to all sorts. I try to like give him all loads of ideas as well. So this morning I was down getting a consultation done for bonding, and I'd seen their like video they done, and it wasn't great. Do you know what I mean? And I was like, Glenn, you could be doing this here type of stuff. Because that wee video I showed you in my hand, he can flow at the gala in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I was like, you could be doing this type of stuff and making good money by sitting in the house doing what you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
So he's finally
100%.
listened to me. So he's maybe trying to branch out doing a wee bit of that. He does all of his readings and all, obviously too. You
He's
know what
still
I mean?
doing them readings.
Aye, he doesn't. Like he does well with
Do you
all
believe in all that there?
I tell you
I do.
what, I used to
don't-
think he was
I
full
don't.
of
I
shit.
think.
I
No,
don't-
I'm
listen.
telling you now.
See, honestly, see all the things
I believe in
all
it.
the things he's frigging told me to
Spurts.
do and the things that got
It's like
there
if you're reading
has
that, what?
actually all ended up happening down the line. Yeah, I do believe you can do it, but for me personally, I used to do wee bits of things like that. I didn't like the fact that you were sort of planting seeds in people's heads, which in my eyes, you're sort of taking away their like free will a wee bit. Do you know, like if I tell you you're going to go out there and fucking see a red car and then I told you that, so you're going to look for one.
I
There's
think
been
there's
ones
no questions to ask that, like, you know, you're going to get an easy answer. I just.
Listen,
We'll see.
I'm not
Sometimes,
saying exactly what
sometimes you can
happens,
get a wee bit of closure
but-
from it, but so you can.
My man
Like-
went to one before, and the things that they said ended up happening, like,
Years
couple
later.
months later or
That's it.
whatever.
That's what happens a lot of the
and
time.
then
Like.
you're going, that's weird. Like,
That's
how
what-
did they know
But
it
mate,
and no
what
one
about the
else knew
stuff that
it?
didn't come true that they told her? Richard doesn't remember any of it.
No.
Know what I mean?
But it's always like a glass
But it's
half
stuff
empty or
that's
glass.
like
It depends what
you
way you
can't
want to look
predict.
at it, doesn't it?
It
It's certain
does.
stuff where you
People
cannot
do get
physically
comfort
predict.
when people die and think
That's what
It's
it
a way
is.
of
It gives you a wee
talking
bit of
to their
closure sometimes. But
dead
and so-
relatives and all, but I
see,
think it's
honestly,
sort of
see, whenever
bollocks.
you are in that state, sometimes that's what you need, just as a bit of comfort and closure, just to make your a wee bit of
100%.
peace of mind.
If people do believe it, listen, it's each to their own.
Yeah.
think
I
it's
feel
full of
like
shit.
I'll never ever go to one until, like, fucking, I'm in my 60s if I make it that
But
far
I'm
or
sitting,
something.
I'm sitting telling you, I saw a load of balls, but I tell you, aliens are real. Like,
No,
I'm
We
But
are
then,
aliens.
do you know what, too?
we're aliens.
It's like the same with talking about like the universe stuff and all that law of attraction. It's just like higher powers that are at
There's a
Fucking-
higher
Do
consciousness.
you know what I love? I love many young ones actually come on to here and actually do believe in God. That's one of the things I love.
don't.
I know you don't.
All
I've
glory
noticed that.
be to God.
But I do, exactly, absolutely, amen.
Tell
But
me.
I love it too. And you know, I was going to say earlier about that wee lad Mal at their podcast he done.
Very holy
Seeing you
wee
look
lads
back
where
on
he
that
was.
there,
He says a prayer not at the
he
end of it.
actually, yeah, see how fucking relevant that was, that he actually, like, the things that he said.
Crazy.
Even though it might look to some people like he was young and he was frigging, you know,
Yeah.
because I was like, I know that wee lad's face. And then I realised it was him doing the wee song and all.
Yeah.
Because I'd said to Ryan, it was whenever actually I think he was whenever it happened to him, I think whenever he died, I was like, I know that wee lad's face. And then I realised the song, and then I think I seen the podcast after
Yeah.
all that happened. And then so see, just watching it all, I was like,
So you
how
didn't see
relevant
it?
that was. Nah.
So you didn't
See
watch
all
it.
of usings.
and-
I've learnt about all usings backwards. So I have. So
Right.
what way it worked with me was that I always followed like the Belfast Grime Man.
Pablo.
And then I came across you, first of all, and then I found out like about the podcast, and then I found out about you all falling out. So I found the story out.
Back
True,
from.
yeah.
So I'm only putting the pieces together the other way around, if that makes sense.
Shout out to me and
So
Pablo.
it's good for you to know like that that's the way some people are like
Cross-community.
seeing you
That's
come
class.
across.
Did you seen that after Mal died? Like
Yeah, I seen that
isn't it-
after. I didn't know the wee lad, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wee
But
Mal was a legend.
I
Like
love-
he was alright.
I would
I just
always
thought it
watch
was very special how he like just said how much he believed in God and like done the prayer and all at the end of it, you know, because
Yeah.
like his family will find peace in that now, do you know what I mean? Knowing that
100%.
he had a bit of faith.
And he was very holy. See,
He
even
was
when
alright.
we were at the funeral, the priest was even talking about it. He was going like, "You like kids might think it's not cool or
Faith is becoming more important and people are they're embracing it more.
100%."
Do you know what I mean? Like mine's is massive to me, like so
I
love
feel like
it.
you have to go through a bit of turmoil to realise what's
Well,
actually important.
that's another
and
thing too. I
what's-
think once you hit rock bottom, like you know that you have that there's whenever it's more important than anything, isn't
and
it? Like,
I would be a liar if I didn't see.
I think
because
my
there's
whole
something else
story
there.
like is like obviously like the whole story coming together, and I realised that this is the whole point of it all.
Yeah,
Do you know
part
what
of
I
the
mean? This
process.
is the part of the process, and there's a message in this.
Well, maybe
It's
you
bigger
do.
than me. You know what I mean?
You're like you obviously have a different way to look at it than me or most
Yeah.
other people. Because you could be dead. Like you could be very
I-
easily be dead.
yeah,
like, a
exact-
couple of inches to the left or right, and you
That's
could be
why.
dead.
So whenever I show you them pictures too, and you can put them on too. So like basically, I always knew there was a bullet in my stomach, but naively, I just thought it was like lodged in a bit of muscle. But it turned out like years later, I went to a chiropractor. This bullet had went right through my stomach, but it's like this much away from my spine. But see, because my spine is tight at the bottom, it actually went right past my spine, so it's actually on the other side of my body. Do you know what I mean? So it went right through me. Like
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
they didn't go in and get it because the type of metal it was. It was safer to leave it in there than to go in and try and get it because all of my internal organs are in there.
Yeah.
So it was just left there, and it has never caused me any bother.
What about babies? Does that going to stop you from having
No,
any
that's
kids?
probably like that was a story that was all over the frigging papers. Oh, they tried to stop her having kids and all this here.
What was that story? I just
Yeah, it
assumed that
was.
'cause-
It was because there's all this other shit that goes along with all this story too. But yeah, they try to say all it's just anything to sell a story. Do you know what I
It
mean?
is,
too?
really.
Like, and there was obviously people just giving their own wee bits to the papers probably too, just like whatever. But yes, I'm all good to go. The wee garden's green.
I don't watch like I would watch our episodes and then I would watch once, but the only one that I watched back for a second time was Wee Mal's one after that happened, and I cried my eyes out. And see at the end of it and the wee prayer, it was like I was going in my head like as if he knew us.
He knew it was gonna happen.
It really was like
crazy.
that.
It's mad.
See,
actually.
see the start of that podcast because we done it at my house. It was just after Christmas, and I've said this before. Mal found out I had a case of Guinness downstairs,
I watched that, yeah.
and he's
We
like,
knocked the life out of
because I would always
him.
have a beer, but it was like 24 pins went out like in that hour, like, and he was just popping them open, and just spitting the G, and I mean.
Spitting the J, aye, that's right.
He get down again. It's like
Legend.
he done it with his sunglasses, and black gloves. So I was like, keep the
Perfect.
gloves on, man. I'll be funny.
Here, see the
Legend,
wrap
bro.
up. Can I just do the last poem then for you?
Yes,
sort
of
of, and then
course.
that there means that you've got
Legend.
them on. You can use whatever one you want. This one's really like deep, if you ask me. Like, but it's called "Daddy, Your Daughter is a Soldier." So, Daddy, your daughter is a soldier, but my name won't die in vain. This life has brought me to my knees time and time again. The battle it was over, I'm afraid I never won. But when I cried out to the Lord is when the war begun. For years I was so angry, I thought you didn't care. But now that I'm older, I'm truly well aware. Today I sit here at your grave, I sit here in the silence. Today I sit, my heart is full. I found peace in all the violence. My daughter is a soldier, is what you said to me, and now that you are older and now that you can see. But oh, my darling daughter, much more is to be seen. You're not just any soldier, you're the daughter of the king. You said your name won't die in vain. You took the suffering and the pain. You fought your fears, held back your tears, and helped your brothers through the years. The day you opened up your heart, you thought that that was just the start, but I was with you all along. I helped you write a brand new song. You struggled to believe it in a life that's so unclean, that you, my darling daughter, will one day be a queen. Your heart was right, you won that fight, your spirit set your soul alight, and now you shine, the world can see you are the daughter of the king. Yeah.
I have to say one thing. You're very talented at the poetry, and I would say don't ever stop writing them.
I know,
'cause
thank
it's
you.
very good.
I know, I
Very,
wanted to
very
make
good.
sure that they love what you do too,
Oh.
like, and
No, I love that.
have
'cause it's
appreciation.
Very,
See-
very, very
See,
good.
obviously, you've been shot, so I think you should do an hour rap.
Yeah.
I know, because you're good at poetry.
Oh,
You've
shut
been
you.
shot.
So see
And
that
I think
last
he
one,
smalls rap.
this last one how it came about was our Jordan asked me to write a rap about me that he could rap, and then I was writing it in past tense, and then I was like, well, fuck this, because everything else I've written came true, so I scribbled that all out.
You don't want to scud it.
And then
before it
yeah,
happens,
so I wrote this
100%.
new one in like pre-tense, know what I mean? And then this is what we come up with, and then I end up still just telling people it instead of him.
Very,
Yeah.
very good.
We're
No, I have to say, credit
all
where it's
night,
due.
so anyone want to
Yes.
support the lads, sign
And
up.
Gemma,
Wanna
Belfast
support
Finest.
Support Gemma.
And I'll go-
Support the lads.
Do you want to shout your page out there?
Yes,
while we're- before we go?
everybody, you can find me on Belfast Brows and Lips on TikTok, Daddy Doll on Facebook, and Belfast Brows and Lips on Facebook as well. And if you want to just have a nosy, just Google my name, Gemma McGrath,
There you go.
all over Google. I want to give a shout out to good mummy, my mama McGrath, and all my girls after giving me the best 10 ever, and to my husband, Mr. T,
Yes.
That's right.
and all the brothers.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Legend.
Thank you. Oh, RTJ, he'll crack up. Oh, for fuck's sake, I've got loads of them. If I keep on going, it'll never end.